Well, hi YouTubers, hi, I'm back with Thesis for 100 Books, and this is the many hyped couple of years ago, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Everyone's read this book. It's not like a new review, but it's been on my bookcase for like ever. But I read the below if no one actually knows the story. Despite the tumor shrinking medical miracle that has brought her a few years, Hazel has never been anything but terminal. A final chapter inscribed upon diagnosis. But when a gorgeous plot twist named Augustus Waters suddenly appears at Cancer Kids Support Group, Hazel's story is about to be completely rewritten. Okay, so I have not seen a film, okay, of this. I didn't know anything about it. I knew it was a film starring Shailene Woodley from Divergent, and I was reading this on the tube next opposite my niece Summer, who's 13, who has seen the film. Looked up to her and went, okay, let me guess, Augustus is going to die, isn't he? And she was like, yeah. Okay, so cheers. It was obvious. Too good for this simple earth. And that's this trope I hate. Now, I'm talking this from experience, okay, because, okay, cancer kind of runs in my family, okay? My father died of cancer 2 years ago, alright? I'm a member now of the Scarred Breast Club. I had it removed a couple of years ago too, okay? Cancer has followed me my entire life, okay? There is not like a specific kind of cancer as well. Literally, it's like a smorgasbord of cancer. Okay, I've seen people I love die from this disease, and I hate this trope called the litless cancer patient. So you're watching the film. I'm watching this film called The Day After Tomorrow. Okay, where essentially the entire Western Hemisphere is freezing over. People are freezing to death in the streets. Everyone's pain and suffering, but you got to save the litless cancer patient. True. Too good for the sinful earth. Tiny tip. Yeah, exactly. I do not go in for that, okay? I do not romanticise cancer. It's a horrible disease. It's a body at war with itself, and it's horrible, okay? Now comes to the book. So, it's an interesting book from this kind of my cynical cancer history perspective, okay? Because the two characters, Hazel and Augustus, are... Oh, Hazel, interesting name. Hazel is an in-between colour. She's in between life and death. I kind of got that. And Augustus Waters. They're teenagers, they're pretentious, they're dramatic, they're over-dramatic. And they're too good for this for Earth. Hazel is obsessed with this novel called The Imperial Affliction by a reclusive Dutch author. Actually American, but now lives in Holland, Dutch author. And they actually travelled to Amsterdam to meet him. And... wow, John Green loves Amsterdam. John Green loves Amsterdam, okay? I actually I've been to Amsterdam a few times, and it gets very romantic in Amsterdam. And they have their first kiss. Hold on. Okay, this is their first kiss, alright? Augustus Waters, I said, looking up at him and thinking that he cannot kiss anyone in the Anne Frank house. And they're thinking that Anne Frank, after all, kissed someone in the Anne Frank house. Now, she will probably like nothing more than for her home to become a place where the young and irreplaceable broken sink into love. A place to be broken sink into love. I must say, Otto said on video in his accented English, I'm very much surprised by the deep thoughts Anne had. And then we were kissing. My hand let go of the oxygen card, and I reached up to his neck, and he pulled me up by my wrist onto my tiptoes. As his parted lips met mine, I started to feel breathless in a new and fascinating way. The space around us evaporated, and for a weird moment I realised to my body this cancer-ruined thing I spent years dragging around suddenly seemed worth the struggle, worth the chest tubes and the pig lines and the ceaseless bodily betrayals of the tumours. The kiss lasted forever. Dr. Frank kept talking from behind me, and my conclusion is, he said, since I had been in very good terms with Anne, that most parents don't really know their children. Yeah, and people pleased. People pleased. And then people who were surrounding started clapping. All the people, all these adults just started clapping. One shouted bravo in a European accent. Augustus smiled, bowed, laughing. I curtsied ever so slightly, which was met with another round of applause. Now, I've been to the Anne Frank house, okay? I know the area, okay, they're standing in. I can imagine someone actually, kissing there and people applaud. But once again, one thing I did actually like about this book is it plays up to the dying child trope. Essentially, it's the... Go back a bit, okay? This bit here. This is like chapter 2 where they're just met and they're driving. I'm talking about cancer perks, okay? I expect cancer perks. Cancer perks are the things that little things cancer kids can get regular kids don't. Basketballs signed by sports heroes, free passes on late homework, and a driving license, etc. I think it's a cancer perk. Even though it kind of pokes fun at the trope, okay, of what you can get away with if you have cancer, if you've got terminal disease, you can get away with murder, apparently, or making out the end Frank House, okay? You're like too good for this sinful earth. You'll make a wish foundation kind of thing, you know, that kind of thing. They also kind of embrace it as well. They really embrace it well. And one thing I did love about the case is it's not just the characters are going to be Peter Van Houten in Amsterdam. He tends to be a bit of a dick, and then you know he's rude and obnoxious. And it kind of pokes fun also, okay, actually young adult novels, when they actually have sex in Amsterdam. Hazel mentions that no headboards are broken, a la Twilight. I picked up on that, quite clever, okay. It kind of plays up and circumvents various things, okay. And it's a little bit, as a character called Monica who comes in quite early on, disappears quite early on through it, okay? Now, Monica is the girlfriend of Isaac. Isaac is a member of this support group who has cancer, and essentially save his life, his vision's got to go. His vision's going to go through this surgery. He's going to become blind. He's about 16 years old, and he's going to become blind, okay? His girlfriend, Monica, can't deal with it and breaks up. And everyone's reactions to this is Monica is a bitch. Monica did this. Monica couldn't cope. Whereas I read this thinking, hold on, Monica is a goddamn teenager. She can't cope. She's been with Isaac for a year. Watch this decline. Watch this, him going up and down. I just kind of got to the point where it became her life too and she wants out. And suddenly she's a bad person? Bullshit. Bullshit. No. No. There's this bit here, okay? Because Monica breaks up with him before the surgery, before he loses his eyesight, okay? She didn't want, Isaac shook his head no. He leaned over Augustus to look at me and through tightly strung vocal cords said, she want to do it after. She want to dump a blind guy? I said. He nodded. The tears, not like tears as much as a quiet metronome, steady, endless. She says you can handle it, he told me. I am about to lose my eyesight and she can't handle it. Yeah. It's unacceptable, he told me. It's totally unacceptable. Well, to be fair, I said, Hazel. I mean, she probably can't handle it, neither can you. But she doesn't have to handle it, and you do. I kept saying always to her today. Always, always, always. And she was just talking over me, not saying it back. It was like I was already gone, you know. Always was a promise. How can you break that promise? Sometimes people don't understand the promise they're making when they make them, I said. Okay, so everyone's giving Monica a hard time, basically slagging her off. Further on in this book, okay, is Augustus, Isaac, and Hazel. Sorry, one bit. Go and egg Monica's car. Here we go. Isaac reached for another egg, missed wide right, then another, missing low, then hit another, hitting the back windshield. Then nailed 3 in a row against the truck. Hazel Grace gushed out to me, take a picture of this so Isaac can see it when they event robot eyes. What? Asked a middle-aged woman a moment after I snapped taking the picture, in God's name, and then she stopped talking. Ma'am, Augusta said, nodding towards her, your daughter's car has been deservedly egged by a blind man. Please close the door and go back inside or we'll be forced to call the police. I was waiting for a moment. Monica's mum closed the door and disappeared. Isaac threw the last 3 eggs in quick succession. Guston guided him back towards the car. See, Isaac, if you just take, we're coming to the curb now. Feeling on legitimacy away from them, you turn it around so they feel like they're committing a crime by watching. A few more steps, their cars get egged, they'll be confused and scared and worried. Then just return to there. you'll find the door handle directly in front of you. Quite desperate lives. So, in retaliation for breaking up with him, okay, obviously because Monica is a teenager dealing with this too, okay, they egg her car, and her mother basically just closed the door on her and goes, basically, what enables their behaviour? No, no. These guys are quite dramatic and melodramatic, and it is really, 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 really annoying, basically. But one thing I do like is this, I'm spoiling this because the book came out a couple of years ago, the film came out like 2 years ago. Is straight after they've had sex for the first time in Amsterdam. Straight after they've, Gus says this. We arrived in my room, the kitchen guard. I sat down in the bed expecting him to join me, but he hunkered down in a dusty Paisley chair. That chair, how old was it? 50 years? Just before you went into the ICU, I started to feel this ache in my hip. No, I said. Panic rolled in, pulled me under. He nodded. So went in for a PET scan. He stopped. He yanked a cigarette out of his mouth and clenched his teeth. Most of my life had been devoted to trying not to cry in front of the people who loved me. So I knew that what Augustus was doing. You clench your teeth, you look up, you tell yourself that if they see you cry it will hurt them, and you will be nothing but a sadness in their lives. And you must not become a mere sadness. You will not cry. You say all this to yourself while looking up at the ceiling. And then you swallow, even though your throat does not want to close, and you look at the person who loves you and smile. He flashed his crook smile, and then said, lit up like a Christmas tree, Hazel Grace. Lined up my chest, my left hip, my liver, everywhere. Prior to this, Augustus lost his leg, and now he's about to lose his life. And this was straight after, literally straight after they had sex. Yeah, straight after. Yeah, exactly. Interesting tropes. But one thing I did love is this, I've watched people pass away from cancer. It's not easy. I watched my father pass away from cancer. And 2 years ago. And it was quite horrific. It took 90 days from diagnosis to death. 3 months. I had to get my head around this concept of losing my father. At the start, you're willing for them to stay. And at the end, you're just wishing for them to go. Because it's too much. He captures the realities of Gus's situations quite well. The deterioration of a body that's breaking down, he can't do anything about it. He captures that so well. Basically, Gus' humiliation at losing his bodily functions, the anger he feels inside, the pain he's feeling, when morphine is practically his only god. He captures that so well. And one thing I loved is also the cynicism, because cancer is... I'm quite cynical when it comes to cancer. If anyone ever says to me, I have cancer, that's been said to me, I don't say I'm sorry. I don't, because it sounds like a platitude. I'm so sorry. I don't say that. I say, well, that's shit, isn't it? Okay, I don't use the word I'm sorry. I just say it's shit, because it is. This is chapter 20. One of the less bullshitty conversations of the cancer kid genre is the last good day convention. When the victim of cancer finds themselves with unexpected hours when it seems like the inexorable decline has suddenly plateaued, where the pain is for a moment bearable. Problem, of course, is that there's no way of knowing that your last good day is your last good day. At the time, it's just another good day. That nails it. The cynicism and the anger. This book is so good. I really, really enjoyed it. It's the bits in Amsterdam was kind of sweeping and romantic, but it's got obviously John Green loves Amsterdam. I'm a cynic when it comes to cancer. I was quite cynic when I read this book. But I love the cynicism of Hazel, because she, due to her circumstances, she's become cynical as well. The cynicism of cancer. This book is worth reading. So sign off here, YouTubers, and